wanted to, and because he ran it that way, it was successful. I would never go back into a radio situation ever again unless it's my own team, my own players, and I'm doing it my own way. From the co-host to the motherfucker who do the news, everybody got to be my own people. Because I'm not, and if y'all don't want me to be here to do what I do, get me the fuck out of here. But the reason that it, you know, was like that was because I was afraid. I was so used to working for a company. I hadn't been by myself in the street. I didn't know what it was like to hustle and make your own check. And when you do that like Star did, you have a different angle and a different way of thinking. You're like, yo, I know what it's like to be out here and struggle. I don't give a fuck. I'll go back to that shit and that's it. And I think that's what made Star successful, because Star did not give no fucks. He did what he wanted to do. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned with what I'm doing now on this show, I do what I want to do. Now, that is really raunchy. I curse a lot. I say what I want to say. I talk a bunch of bullshit. And I understand that it's not gonna, I have to get followers. So I have 124,000 followers now. In order for people to, because it's so raunchy and so different, I gotta grab 1 million people. So I'm on the race to get 1 million people, because when you do your own thing your own way, sometimes people don't respect it unless they see the numbers. And somebody that's in radio or whatever that may give me a look or whatever has to see that I have an army behind me of people who like this shit, because it's so much cursing, there's so much ignorance, there's so much dumb shit. And listen, I have about 250 people a night on when I'm on, and I go through the in and out of the doors, maybe 4,000 people. But for me to get to where I want to go, I gotta do it that way.
And that's understandable. You know, first and foremost, you're not going to be successful. Well, I would say somebody's not going to be reach the success that they want to reach unless they're doing it their way. Mm-hmm. Because at the same time, you're being organic. You're doing everything organically, and it's a great show. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost. Well, I love it because I watch it every day.
Thank you. I appreciate that. If you're not organic, man, it's not going to work for you. I had a TV show with my ex-wife that was on MTV, and we went to do a pilot for ABC, because ABC was looking for like a daytime show. And at that time, there was none of this shit that you see now with Nene leaks and motherfuckers fighting. There was none of that shit. I was way before. I was like the first black person on the scene. And, you know, they were saying at the time, yo, you're too loud, you're too raunchy, you're too this. If I came out right now doing that shit, I'd be right on time. But they tried to make me be, hey, how you doing? This is fat. I'm not that fucking dude. I got to do what I know how to do it, because I did it that way. It had no flavor. If you can't be yourself, man, you have nothing.
Absolutely. You know, one thing's for sure, right? What I don't understand is that when anybody tries to do business with you, they don't see that they can see your personality. You have a big personality. You have a presence. I'm going to tell you how your presence is felt. I met you years ago on the Staten Island Ferry. I remember like it was yesterday. We both were standing, and I never seen you before in life. You ain't say nothing. You were standing right there. I was standing right there. We both watching the approach to Staten Island. And I just started rapping, you know, some songs, and you looked at me. Now, through my peripheral, I'm like, yo, this big dude's looking at me. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at you, and I said, oh, I must be disturbing this guy. Let me walk off. So I walked off, and I ran into somebody who was managing me, because I was in a group at that time. We were going to Mystic Studios. So you remember that. Mm-hmm. I mean, you remember Mystic Studios, right? So long story short, he was like, "Yo, that's Fatman Scoop right there," and he approached you. He told me that's. I said, "Oh, that's it right there." Okay. So he approached you. Y'all had a conversation, and we all was going to the same spot. So we went up there, and Capone and Noriega was doing they were doing a promo for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget.
Yeah.
That's where I met Noriega. I had a battle with him in the pool room, in the lounge.
That's right. It was Mystic.
And yeah, Mystic Studios. And I say that to say this, like, I looked at you and you had a certain type of presence about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know you from nothing, but I said, yo, he do something. He must be a hustler. He must be something. I never forget that. And that day, I usually tell this. I told that story on my other platform. I got a story to tell because there was a lot that came with that day. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that when people are around you, why do you think that they try to change you?
Because it's not that they try to change you. You have to understand that people have, when ABC has a way they want to do their shit. They have a brand, they have what they want to do, they have how they run their shit, and they're not trying to change you. If you want to fuck with them, then you go do that.
Yeah.
Now the only way to circumvent that is to come with the fans and the viewers, because at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck about nothing but your fans. So let's just say that I had 86.7 million people that follow me or whatever, right? ABC would want a piece of that. That's 86 million people. So you know that no matter what, 8.6 million people are going to watch this shit. Those are real television numbers. So they wouldn't care if I was talking about fucking Hitler. They want me because they need the people. They need my following. So, it's not about them trying to make you something you're not. You have to understand, if you walk into a certain situation, that's what it is. Today is not even about talent. It's just about how many followers you have. And the thing that happens is people get hired on the basis of their followers, but then when they get in the chair, they can't deliver.
Exactly.
Can't deliver. So it's easy to get a job because you got 7 million followers. But can you deliver when you're in that seat? If you can't deliver when you're in that seat, you're gone. So for example, my show, the show I do, I can have a celebrity guest, or I don't have to. I'm probably one of the few shows here that I don't need nobody to fucking come on my show or do nothing. It'll be as funny with nobody on there, with regular people, as it is with some fucking big guests or whatever. So in that respect, I'm blessed. And I just take that and I run with it.
That's what's up. I mean, that's dope because you don't need no celebrity guests. If you bring celebrity guests on,
it's good.
I mean, that's a plus.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's a plus. But at the end of the day, it's like you don't need that because at the end of the day, your show is entertaining. So let's talk about this ignorant juice real quick. Now, when you on there, I watch it. I mean, I see your regulars, right? First and foremost, just tell the people the name of the show. I know a lot of your followers,
a lot of
people
who are not new to my show. It's called Sensible Ignorance, and I had a show before called Ignorant Radio. For some reason, ignorance always comes into the middle of my shit. But I had a show called Ignorant Radio on Hot 97 for 15 years. I mean, for 17 years. And when I was thinking about a name for the show, it just came to me naturally, sensible ignorance, because a lot of times I'm saying sensible shit, but then there'll be completely ignorant fucking things that I say or whatever I'm doing, and it's a mix of being sensible and ignorant. So when I have a financial advisor on there, or somebody's telling you what to do with businesses, that shit is sensible. But then we'll have somebody on there who's fucking ignorant, or they do something ignorant, or they're just ignorant by nature, or something happens, and that's where I came up with the name. And I have, of course, I have this thing called ignorance juice, and ignorance juice is just it was something that I wanted to. When people do and say dumb shit, I wanted to be able to signify that. And I don't know where this came from. I don't know what made me do it. But I was just like, no. What happened was there was somebody who came on, and they were a singer, and they had a mask on. And I wound up asking my daughter for some water. I was like, Tiana, please bring me some water. And then that night I had made this thing that I do called cinnamon juice with cinnamon sticks, because it helps you with your diabetes and lowers your blood sugar. And I had it in a big thing, and I said, something, when somebody's ignorant, I'm gonna drink that shit. And one day somebody was ignorant, and I drank the shit, and it caught on, and then I just went and made it as janky as possible, as fucking ignorant as possible. I could have made something beautiful and sexy, but I wanted to make it perfectly imperfect. And I felt like the way to do it was just fucking write that shit on there and just fucking do it. Like, I felt like making it all beautiful would have took the authenticity out of it. So I was just like, fuck it, man.
Now that's genius. Because when I first saw you do that, first of all, somebody said something crazy. So you drank that, and I said, damn, that right there is catchy. And I said, what's gonna happen is somebody gonna end up biting that. But we see it first. We saw it organically. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you definitely got that packed.
Well, you know
what I'm saying?
You know something is almost like kind of like what happened to me with MTV. When I went to MTV, I had the show with my ex-wife, and the first thing they said to me when I went into the big meeting with all the big executives, the CEO of Viacom, all these people, they were like, listen, man, you got a dope show here, but I'm going to be honest with you. You're overweight. Your wife is overweight. I don't know if people want to watch that. He said, you listen, man, we'll buy your show. We'll let Lala and Tyrese do it, and it'll be a hit. I said, listen, man, let me explain something to y'all right now before I walk out of this fucking door. You could put Halle Berry and The Rock on here to do this, and it's not going to work because can't nobody do this like me. And I prove them right. Nobody could do that shit the way that I do it because I made it. I know it's in my fucking head. Almost the same way that they tried to get James Caan to be Rocky Balboa. Nobody could play that shit but Sylvester Stallone because the motherfucker wrote the script. He knew what he was doing. And sure enough, he fucking played the shit out of Rocky. He became a fucking star. So sometimes it's just like that. You know what I'm saying?
And the show was perfectly imperfect. You know what I'm saying? When I say that, I say that to say this. So they wanted vanity on the show, but at the end of the day, they don't understand that that's what people, the way you guys were is what people are. The people that's going to be watching. This is everyday folk.
Well, you know, and I had to tell them that. I said, listen, y'all talking about putting pretty motherfuckers on there. The average motherfucker is fat. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, get down here with the regular people. And what happened was, at the time, they took a chance, and the shit worked.
And it worked.
It worked, so it was good. And for me, I have a small amount of people who watch my show now. Anywhere from about 160 to 220 people watch a night, right? And I'm building it every day. But I did this before. I've done this. I've walked this walk before with my other show that made it to MTV. It's just a matter of time. It's gonna be a little slower because I'm not on radio. The last go round I was on radio, so I could say, if I was on Hot 97 every day, and I said, listen, join me at 6 o'clock every night, Sensible Ignorance on Instagram Live, there would be like 5,000 people on there.
Right.
But I don't have that platform, so I have to build it slow. But it's okay because when I get it to where I want, can't nobody take that from me. Can't no radio station come in and say, oh, we own this, or yo, man, if you stop saying it, you don't have the followers now. So it's just building it each and every day, slowly. And it's almost like the way you lose or gain weight, it's always gradual. And you never just fall off a cliff and lose like fucking 40 pounds unless you're sick. It's a gradual loss and it's a gradual gain. So I do it, man.
No, that's what's up. And one thing I want to say is, it's like I said, I can't say it enough. It's a great show. I love to watch it. I don't miss it. I saw today, which I was talking about today in reference to the will we do this over or will we have another child? You know what I'm saying?
What would you do?
I wouldn't do this shit over. I would
You take the fucking baby.
I'll take the baby. And you know what? All of my kids is out of the house now. They got their own life. And I know I don't look that age, but I'm up.
No, you don't, man. But you don't. You damn sure doing a good job because you don't look like you got kids out of the house. Nigga, you look like your kid is about 4.
Well, I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely trying to do exactly what I need to do. But I get this from my mom's. My mom's, she looked very young, and a lot of people used to think that was my sister back in the day. So you know what I mean? I used to have to like check motherfuckers.
Wow.
Yeah, but I would do it over again. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, fam. You know something, man? You want to go through teenage years again? You go on and do what you got to do. The resident woman on my Instagram feed wants to get hooked up with you. Go ahead and do your thing, man. Whatever happened, if she drive you crazy, if she cuts your fucking tires, that's your fucking business, man. but that's whatever happened to you, sir. That's your business. Because anytime that I hook somebody up, I give them a disclaimer. Like, yo, y'all want to go do your thing? Listen, if that motherfucker cheat, don't come to me. If she cuts your tires or bust your window, don't come and knocking on my door with that shit. I don't want to hear it.
I'll tell her like this. I would if I could, but I'm married, man.
Okay,
I can't even do it.
Right, you got your lady with. You don't want lady problems, man. Have you ever had lady problems?
I don't need that. Now I don't want them lady problems. But if I was single, I would see somebody. You know what? Yeah, I still would see somebody up.
How long you been married?
Oh man, let me tell you something. I've been married only 2 years, but we've been together for a long time.
Okay, so you're right. You've been with her for a long time, but you've been married for 2 years. Any man that can be with a woman for more than 2 consistent seasons, you know that they fucking love that woman. If you can be with a woman, especially spring and summer when the asses come out, then you know you love that woman. Because they ain't shit, like right now, being with a woman ain't shit. This is cuffing season. Right now, we're in the middle of 2 seasons. Number 1 is cuffing season, and number 2 is check-in time. So this is a time right now where Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, if you fucked up, if you did something stupid, and you can always use that as an excuse. Hey, how you doing? Merry Christmas, and see if that woman still hates you or not, or if you still have an opening. You can use that if you wanted to get with a woman. You could use that to get with her now. Like, listen, this is the time of the year. She's very festive. So, this is the time. It's easy to pick up something right now. Kid, do you have the stamina to go outside in the middle of New York with that Puerto Rican woman with her ass out, coming out of her pants, can you deal with that and not say anything to that woman? Can you do that? If you can do that, then I say you're legitimate. You're good. You're legitimate.
Hey, look, you know what? If I'm gonna tell you like this, it's been plenty of times where I couldn't shut my mouth if somebody said something. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been with women who were very well proportioned.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You had nice ladies.
And yeah, and it's like this. The thing is, I went through my share of issues with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Before she was my wife.
What happened? What happened? You got jammed up?
It was more or less like before she was my wife. She knew that there was some things around.
So you had ladies that you were working. You had a couple of ladies you were
yes,
working.
Yes.
How did she find out about these particular ladies?
Well, she didn't find out, but she just knew. She just knew, and she just know how I am. I have a very flirtatious manner.
See, here's the thing, Blizz, get at me in the morning. Get at me in the morning, Blizz. Get at me in the morning. The thing about women is that they know your whole shit. They know your protocol, how you do shit before you leave the house. You know, you'll be telling them you going to sleep, but you'll be doing the shit that you do before you leave the house. They know it. They know. So you wound up getting caught with your ladies.
It was more or less like she gave me an ultimatum, right? Like, listen, what are you gonna do? Because if we see other people, then I'm gonna see other people, and you see other people, and that'll be just what it is, right?
See when women play, here's the thing. A lot of women they'll cry. If you find a woman that'll play back, they'll have you in the fetal position.
And guess what? She had me in the fetal position, and right away, I was like, "Nah, I'm with you," and that was it. I was like, "I'm done. I'm here. I don't need to be catching nothing at the age I am. I ain't never catch a venereal disease in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's time to grow up."
Right. I mean, listen, the average black woman can investigate better than anybody at the CIA, NSA, anything with alphabets. Fucking you.
Absolutely.
That's what because they will have the whole story for you and then present it to you to watch you lie about the shit that they know.
That's the whole fact.
You went across. Did you go across the bridge at 12:15, knowing that you went across the bridge at 12:22, and watch? Say, nah, I didn't go across the bridge, but that's interesting because the fucking Easy Pass says 12:22, and that's your face in the screen right there. And then I know 3 blocks away is so and so X, Y, and Z woman. Her apartment is right there. So what were you doing? So you telling me you just drove by? Yeah, I drove by. It's interesting because I got the fucking light from the red light camera where you're making a left and parking your car. And you don't want to play with them. So you don't want to play.
I learned that they're the best investigators on planet Earth, and it's to the point where to show my dedication, I took the lock off my phone, and I leave the phone.
You basically had to clean. That's what we call a deep clean. You had to go in and really clean your phone. Listen, sir, if you clean that phone like that, you really went deep into that phone to clean it. Because if that lock is off, man, if that lock is off, then that phone is really clean.
Oh yeah, it's nobody's gonna say, yo, LS, why is your phone on silent or vibrate? Why is your phone locked? They're not gonna do that to me. I'm not with it.
Has she gone in the phone? Has she ever gone?
Oh yes. Yes. Yes.
You
He's
lived,
gone in the phone.
you lived. So she went in. How deep did she go in the phone?
Well, I'll say this. When early on, she has went in my phone and she's seen pictures. Let's just say that.
What?
She's went in my phone and seen pictures. Now,
but even Jesus would have pictures. Like, you know, that's why there's something in any man's phone that a woman's not gonna like.
It is what it is, right?
When she saw the pictures, what happened?
She came to my job because I left the phone at home. She came to my job and didn't say nothing. Politely gave me the phone with the picture right there. So when I opened the shit, the picture popped right up and walked on. I said, she's bad.
I had one of those. I had a situation like that where a woman, I went to a woman's house and the woman used to wash my clothes. And she washed my clothes and there were condoms in the clothes. So she folded the socks, the shirts, the underwear, the t-shirts, and then right next to it very neatly, she put 3 condoms. And I came in there, I was... That's how they do you. They let you live with it.
Exactly. And you know what? My relationship before that, a couple of relationships way before she and I got together, I made the mistake of putting a number. This is where you used to get the numbers. And you know what I'm saying? I put the number in the sole of my shoe that I don't wear only for basketball. And guess what? One day I come home and that number is neatly placed on the dresser. I said, how the fuck
I don't
did
know
she
what that number is.
think?
It could be a trucking service. It could be for I don't know, a fucking fish store. It could be
I was the dumb
place.
I was dumb with it. So when she put it up there, I'm acting funny around the house now. I don't know what to do. I'm acting like I just smoked a blunt.
I know your eyes were probably glassy. You didn't know. It's tough.
So I learned like, okay, if you've been found out, you need to, if you plan on staying with this woman, not just for the kids, but staying with this woman, then what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to do a whole cleansing. And you gotta let people know.
Let me ask you this. When you went to your phone and you were looking at your phone, when you were cleaning your phone out, how did you look at that? I mean, what were you, when you were going through that phone, how were you going through it?
I was going through it and saying, if I lose this, would I want to be stuck with that? And I waited. I'm being transparent. I weighed everything. And she outweighed everything that I had.
I mean,
it wasn't worth
it. Because here's the thing. A lot of times when you have sex with a woman that you really don't belong with, you feel like shit after. Like, why the fuck?
Oh, of course.
Why did I fuck her? Like, so maybe you sat down and you said, you know, okay, now you cleaned yourself up.
Absolutely. And the last thing I wanted to do was act like I'm cleaning it up and then mess around and possibly bring something home and I'll be caught that way.
Right.
If I get caught that way, I'm all the way fucked up.
You wouldn't, sir, you wouldn't make it. You wouldn't make it out of the evening. I don't think.
Yeah.
It's better that you did what you had to do, man. It's better that you did what you had to do.
Yep. So I gotta just.
Somebody said, one of my guys is on my feed every night. 19 Coop 70 said he knows exactly what you went through. Maybe he went through that as himself, and It's tough out here.
It's tough out here. And you know what? What's the thing is, I don't need no woman to take care of me. That's number one. You know what I'm saying? I never did. Never, ever, ever, ever. My boys, well, they ain't my boys no more, but the guys who I came up with, we would even have where it's just we hanging out with chicks. And they would spend money on drinks and everything. And I'm like, yo, you got to tell them when they come to this house, they got to bring something. I said, because you got to understand, we paying for the drinks, the electricity, this, that, and the third. Why are we doing that?
Yeah, but
so
here's the thing. What do you think? You think you're gonna fuck a chick and not pay? You're gonna pay in some way. You know? Like you
absolutely.
Some way.
Oh no, I get that, but don't come empty-handed and just with some pussy because.
But here's the thing. For me, and I understand where you're coming from. I guess the pussy is the biggest part of the puzzle. So if you bring that to the table, then for me, you don't have to bring the liquor because you're bringing the biggest piece of this whole thing to the table for me. Because
I get it.
Okay, listen. Here's the thing. I can bring the liquor and the weed and everything and be by myself. I'm just by myself. If you don't bring the pussy to the table, then there's nothing to really party with here. So for me, as long as you bring the pussy to the table, I'm sure I could. For me, that's an even exchange. But that's just me.
No, you're right. No, you're right. But my point was, every time we have something at the crib, we ain't always got to spend.
Now here's the thing though. Are they coming and not giving y'all nothing? So it's one. There are women that I call CNI dogs, and I don't like CNI dogs. So see what CNI dogs do is they want to be seen with the nigga, or they want to be around the shit, or they want to be in the VIP to get the free alcohol. But you're not doing nothing for that. You're not laying down. You're not part of the cause. Nothing. I can't fuck with that. Like, because you come in here and you drink niggas alcohol and you leave and go to some other niggas. Nah, listen. I don't fuck with it. Like, if you're gonna come in here, you gotta have a purpose and fuck with us. Because I've seen, I don't do it, because I don't drink or anything. But I've seen many a club where dudes go in and they got $4,000 or $5,000 worth of bottles lined up. 10 of them come in and they spend $500 a piece, and they got 10 of them got $500 a piece, and they give it all to their one man, and he act like the baller for the night and buy shit for all of them, and the chicks come, drink your fucking liquor, and then they gone. What happened? At the end of the night, I'm like, yo, listen, I watched some niggas have like 30 bottles. Where these women? Oh no, yo, they fronted on us. No, nigga, y'all got taken.
No, I get it. No, they was bringing. They was definitely getting down for the get down. The only thing is I just was like, yo, they ain't. When you bring chicks here, at least come with something. You know what I'm saying? Other than pussy.
No. Here's the thing. If you're not gonna give up some pussy, you've got to come with something other than it. So if you come in, you come in to hang out and you really don't have any intention of giving this man anything, then bring a bottle of fucking Hennessy. Bring a fucking sweet potato pie. Bring a fucking screwdriver. Bring something to the table. Because here, now, if you coming and you know that, because if you coming and you've already got dressed up and your bra matches your panties, then you don't have to bring nothing. Because I know when your bra matches your panties, that means that you got in your mind what you're gonna do now.
So I'll say that maybe I was wrong for telling them, like, yo, man, they gotta come in.
No. If they just coming to socialize and they don't have no plans on doing nothing, you need to bring something.
Oh no. No, they like, first of all, people like being in the spot that we had. We had a nice spot because it was long. You come in there, when you come on the block, you don't even know that it's a house until
One of my viewers, one of the people from my live said, if you're not gonna do fuck, then bring other girls that they might be able to hit. Bring fucking sacrifice.
They always came with a crew.
Do something.
It was always a crew, but it was just always a party. And sometimes it's like every weekend we got girls galore in here and they having a good time and people are going in different rooms doing whatever they're doing. But it just started to become a flop house. That's
my
what
question is, here's another thing. Does your wife know about those times? Does she know about those years in your life?
Yeah, she do.
Don't allow her to make a timeline. Because if she makes a timeline and that shit overlaps at any point with the shit where you were supposed to be, you in trouble, bro.
Oh yeah. No, this was before her. You know what I'm saying? Shortly after I met her, but this was before her. You know what I'm saying?
How's it before her? Shortly after you met her, and it shit don't make no sense, sir.
Well, see, I'm in my 40s, right?
Let's not talk about it no more. Let's go to the next subject, sir.
Yeah.
I don't want your wife. I don't need that shit.
Yeah. But I had to leave those days alone. But we back. So my thing is, I know we running out of time. So I wanted to ask you two questions. First, the first question is, what do you think is going to become of not just New York City, but what do you think about this vaccine that they trying to bestow upon us? What's your thought?
My thing is, what is it gonna be? Is it the mark of the beast? Do they have a fucking tracker in it? Like how we gonna take something that y'all just made 6 months ago? The fuck is that? Like, it takes 10 and 12 years for a vaccine to get to a place. How the fuck y'all gonna throw that on me now? If y'all throwing it on me, that means I had it from beforehand. And is there a tracker in this shit? What's really going on? I think that Donald Trump is creating so much distrust in public policy that nobody believes anything. So I think it's gonna be a mess but I think what they're gonna do is they're not gonna tell you to take it. First, they're gonna make it cool for celebrities. Like, celebrities will tell you, take the vaccine, it's cool. And then the people that don't want to fuck with that, they'll be like, listen, you can't fly, you can't go into this building, your kids can't go to school. They'll try to push you into it like that. Who knows, man? I just hope that whatever happens is truthful and righteous. That's all I can ask.
No question. And last question, how does Fatman Scoop want to be remembered when it's all said and done?
Easy, man. I want to be remembered as the person who said the real shit. I don't want to be remembered for the cars I had or none of that shit. I want to be remembered for the people that I put on in the business. I want to be remembered for the people whose lives I changed. I want to be remembered. I want to be remembered for the people I fucking made laugh. I want to be known as the dude who told you what it was, good, bad, or ugly. Whether he was fucking struggling, he told you, I'm fucking dying out here. If he was making a money hand over fist, he told you, yeah, man, I'm fucking killing it right now. If it was in between, he told you that. He didn't lie about his life. He didn't try to make it like he's the best fucking person, a fucking human being, just like everybody else. That's how I want to be known when it's said.
No doubt. And I definitely appreciate you, taking your time out to, just kick it with us here at 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio. This is Hip Hop Radio. And salute to Hustle Jones for making this happen. You know what I'm saying? Our team is one of the greatest teams that we got out here in Las Vegas. Everybody who is listening on the app, and everybody who's watching, salute to y'all. And Fatman Scoop, man, I definitely appreciate you. And just tell the people where they need to go to get your merchandise.
Oh, of course, man. Just go to fatmanscoop.com. You can get the merchandise at fatmanscoop.com, and you can also just go right on my Instagram page at his shop. You can get that. And every night, 6 p.m., Sensible Ignorance, Monday through Saturday. Yeah, man, I was out. It's crazy because I was out in Vegas like 3 weeks ago. It ain't moving, man.
Nah, it's There's nothing to do. Everybody's inside and they shut everything down. Like, you know, all you got is people who want to run around and have the experience just to say they walked around in Vegas, you know?
I mean, you know, here's the thing. This is not going to last forever. So there will be, you know, you will get back to a somewhat normal life soon. I think that they are aware that they can't put so much pressure on people, so eventually they're going to have to let the pressure off. It's how you react to this going forward. So you need to know that no matter what, you need to have like 2 years worth of savings saved up. So my goal is when I get unleashed back into the street and making money again, bro, I'm gonna have at least 2 or 3 years mortgage, because I always usually have a year paid up in mortgage. I mean in rent. So I was kind of all right because I'd already like prepaid a lot. But
yeah,
I'm gonna go even harder, like 3 or 4 years in advance. Make sure your food is right, your water is right. You know, if you have an apartment, stack your shit up, do what you gotta do, because you never know when shit is gonna hit you, man. And on that note, brother, I'm out the door.
I appreciate you, and we'll definitely see you tomorrow. What time tomorrow again? Tell the people.
6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, brother. Catch you there.
No doubt. Peace.
Drop it down low. Drop it down, drop it down low.